Hey guys, this is Dr. James Kim from Vitamin Detox Secrets. Today I'd like to talk about infantile atopic dermatitis and fast ways to improve the symptoms. The word atopic dermatitis goes back to all the way to Greek era. In Greek, this word means abnormal reaction or unknown. The number of adult atopic dermatitis cases seems increasing due to people wearing masks due to COVID-19. Atopic dermatitis is also called eczema, and it affects 2 to 7% of the United States population. According to National Eczema Association, more than 9.6 million children and about 16.5 million adults are suffering from eczema in the United States. Atopic dermatitis usually first appears in infancy and childhood. When a baby is born, mothers may confuse fetal fever with atopic dermatitis. Fetal fever refers to a condition where skin of the upper part of the neck, the cheeks, and face of a newborn is usually red. On the other hand, infantile atopic dermatitis is an inflammation that occurs in the folds of arms, legs, and groin in children before the age of 6 months. Simply put, fetal fever occurs on the upper part of the face, and infantile atopic dermatitis occurs on the lower part of the face. However, an accurate diagnosis must be confirmed by a medical professional. Serum immunoglobulin E levels are elevated in 8% of patients with atopic dermatitis or eczema patients in a large test. So you can see clearly that atopic dermatitis is an allergic disease. 2/3 of people with eczema have a family history of allergies, and many people with eczema can eventually develop allergic rhinitis, hay fever, or asthma. Therefore, in the early stage of atopic dermatitis, it is recommended to manage the symptoms thoroughly so that it does not get to progress to hay fever and asthma as severe as it can be. As I have discussed in the other videos, many of the diseases we know today are caused by the food we consume. Atopic dermatitis symptoms can be greatly improved just simply not eating foods that cause allergies. Atopic dermatitis occurs in 85% of children under the age of 5 and improves with growth, but 25% of cases continue to have problems into adulthood. Children with atopic dermatitis usually have the following characteristics: hard time getting along with the peers at a young age, slow growth than normal kids, learning ability is greatly reduced, other allergic symptoms such as asthma or rhinitis can occur. Patients with atopic skin have chronic itching and inflammation of skin. The skin becomes very dry, redness, and occurs in and then peels off repeatedly. When atopic skin is scratched or rubbed, the skin becomes thick and discolored and hardened with deep wrinkles. The most affected area of atopic dermatitis is commonly seen in the front of the wrist, elbow, and back of the knee, but it can affect on the eyes as well. When dryness occurs along with the dermatitis, dry dermatitis also occurs along with the edema, erythema, and oozing. It is caused by a decrease of or abnormality in our body's autoimmune function. This is believed to have occurred due to changes in diet and environment from the development of civilization. Atopic dermatitis was almost non-existent until several few decades ago, but now it is a very common disease. Thus, I strongly believe that diet and environment are the biggest factor for the atopic dermatitis. Modern people enjoy dazzling science and technology and civilization. They are fascinated and many times obsessed with the foods that can be eaten more comfortably and are more stimulating. However, it is good to think about whether the foods we eat are really beneficial to our body. Refined carbohydrates. So after ingesting refined carbohydrates or simple sugar-containing food, our body goes through a number of complex digestive processes where the cells go through a process to turn it into energy. However, with the refined carbohydrates or simple sugar-containing foods, you can skip many of the steps in the energy conversion process. This lowers the ability of our body to use its original function and ultimately lowers the overall immune function. Flour is used as the main ingredient for instant food and processed foods, which are easily accessible by modern people. This flour contains a protein called gluten. This protein acts as an antigen rejected by the immune system and is a major culprit that puts the human immune system at risk. Fried foods. When unsaturated fatty acids are oxidized, they convert to lipid peroxides. At this time, powerful free radicals are created and threaten our human immune system. Lipid peroxide is a component of the cell membrane, nuclear membrane, lysosomal membrane, mitochondrial membrane, etc., which are the cell membranes of the human body and adversely affects the tissues and immunity of our cells. Chemicals such as preservatives and seasonings in the food. Ingestion of degenerated food that has undergone addition and processing can change our body's immune system and weaken our skin, mucous membrane cells, and connective tissues. Environment pollution and daily life. It exposes the body to toxic heavy metals and further weakens the immune system. Atopic nutrition supplements. As there are various causes of atopic dermatitis, it is important to provide various nutrients to our body to relieve various atopic symptoms so that the symptoms of atopic dermatitis can be quickly relieved. So sufficient quality protein is needed. 65 to 70% of the human body is water, and 70 to 80% of the human body, excluding water, is protein. And amino acids are the final byproducts and the backbones of proteins. Therefore, it is necessary to supply high-quality protein to improve the symptoms of atopic patients and to normalize the immune system. Enzymes are essential for many biochemical reactions in our body. Enzymes are essential for many biochemical reactions in our body. Amino acids are the raw materials for enzymes. In addition, it is a raw material for antibodies necessary for immune function. Therefore, supplying high-quality protein is very important. Unsaturated fatty acids. Our cells are protected because it is wrapped with membranes. All membranes are composed of proteins, fatty acids, minerals, etc. In the membranes, there is a channel and it is composed of a fatty acid. In these channels, it is important to supplement our body with high-quality unsaturated fatty acids. As a result, analyzing the blood atopic dermatitis patients, it can be confirmed that the abnormal level of fatty acid level is detected. In particular, levels of linoleic acid are high, while levels of long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids such as gamma-linoleic acid, arachidonic acid, and long-chain omega-3 EPA and DHA are relatively low. The higher the abnormality, the worse the allergy and inflammation can become. Vitamins and minerals. It contributes to the catalytic role of all metabolic processes. Various antioxidant nutrients are needed. Gamma-linoleic acid, it helps reducing with itching by up to 90% and oozing by up to 40%. Probiotics is a good source as well. So let's talk about treatment of atopic dermatitis. It is necessary to block all those allergen-causing agents. Milk, eggs, peanuts are common food allergens that cause atopic dermatitis. If you have atopic dermatitis, it is essential to check the food label whether it contains allergy-causing food. Atopic dermatitis symptoms can be greatly improved just by eliminating food allergens intake. According to one study, atopic dermatitis caused by 3 foods, milk, eggs, and peanuts, they account for about 81% of all infant atopic dermatitis. Since the above 3 foods are not the only food that cause allergies, it is recommended to remove the food allergens as quickly as possible through consultation with an expert. Moisturizing is a priority as well. It is important to moisturize according to skin condition of atopic dermatitis. It is usually wise to choose a lotion or cream type. Moisturizing is very important even after shower, and moisturizing should be practiced frequently. And as the skin becomes drier, the symptoms of dermatitis may worsen. Avoid products that have a calming effect, but long-term use is not recommended because of oily products can block sweat glands. Let's talk briefly about drug treatment. Antihistamines. Patients with atopic dermatitis complain of itchy skin. Antihistamines are used to relieve the itching symptoms. Our body has mast cells in which secrete histamine and allergens, and antihistamines inhibit mast cells from secreting histamines and allergens. Oral antibiotics. Symptoms of atopic dermatitis are especially worsen during the night. At this time, if the patient scratches the skin, bacterial infection can occur and the inflammation can worsen. Antibiotics and topical antifungals are prescribed to prevent bacterial infection, and exacerbation of inflammation. Anti-inflammatory and steroid ointments. You may use anti-inflammatory drugs and steroid ointments prescribed by a doctor. In the early stages, using these agents can quickly subside symptoms, but with long-term use, the skin may become hardened. If you're tired all the time and burn out because of stress, or you are suffering from atopic dermatitis, then your body needs a detox. So to help you start detox quickly and easily, I prepared a checklist so you can check whether your body needs the detox. Also, I have included a detox juice recipe below, which you can download for free. So if you liked this video, please press heart. Thank you.